Hello everyone and welcome to C Programming and Data Structures. This lecture is actually the continuation of the previous lecture, that is program 1, stack ARR 0 as the top. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. In the previous presentation, we have learned how to write a push function for the stack when we want that the stack ARR 0 is the top element of the stack. Okay. Let me remind you that we are writing a program to implement a stack in an array stack ARR using stack ARR 0 as the top element, right? We want that the topmost element must be stack ARR 0, and that's what we are doing. We want to write a program to implement a stack, which means that we want to write a program to implement all stack operations. In the previous presentation, we have implemented the push operation. Now in this presentation, we will learn how to write a pop function for the same thing. So let's see how to write the pop function for this program. Let us suppose this is the initial state of stack ARR. Currently there are 3 elements in the stack, and first variable is keeping track of the first inserted element. We know this already, right? This is what we have learned in the previous presentation. We have to keep a variable first instead of top, right? There is no need to keep track of the topmost element. We just have to keep track of the first inserted element. This is the first inserted element and the index of this element is 2. That is why you can see that first variable is holding this value 2. Our target is to simply delete the topmost element. Isn't that so? We have to delete this element. You might think, okay, it is very easy to delete this element. We just have to delete this. That's it. But wait, there are actually 2 steps involved in deleting the first element or the topmost element of the stack. First, we have to delete the topmost element and then we have to shift all the elements towards left. It is important to shift these elements towards left as well, right? We have to shift this element 1 step towards left, and we also have to shift this element 1 step towards left, right? This is also an important step, isn't that so? Because after deleting this element, this will be our new topmost element, and the topmost element must be stored in this position. That is why it is important to shift these elements. Right? This is going to be our new topmost element and this is going to be our new second topmost element, right? So we first have to delete the topmost element and then we have to shift all the elements towards left. Fine. But we already know that we can't simply delete this element as we can delete a node of the linked list, right? Using a free function. We cannot simply delete this element. What we can do instead, we can actually combine these 2 steps into a single step, that is shift all the elements towards left. We just have to do this thing. We know that eventually this value will get replaced by 2. Therefore, there is no need to actually delete this element specifically. We just have to shift all the elements towards left. This is the only step needed, right? So first we will shift this element towards left. So this will get replaced by 2. And after this, we will shift this element towards left. So this will get replaced by 1. After this, you can see this that we have redundant values, right? Here we have 1 written twice. Obviously, we can't delete this element, right? We actually have to delete this element or at least avoid this element. Here you can see that first variable is keeping track of the first inserted element. Right now, you can see this that first inserted element is shifted. This means that the new position of the first inserted element is index 1. Here you can see this is 2. That is why it is important to decrement this value by 1. And this is enough. There is no need to actually delete this element, but we can avoid it. So here we just have to decrement this value by 1. So this is the last step needed, that is decrement the variable first by 1. So this becomes 1, and this means that our first inserted element is at index 1 and not at index 2. Okay. Now here is our pop function, and this is very simple function to understand. If you have understood the logic, then it will be very easy for you to understand this function. Here you can see the return type of this pop function is int. Obviously, this function will return an integer value, right? After deleting the element, it will return the topmost element of the stack. That is why it is important to put this int as a return type. Here we have 2 different variables, I and value. I is an iterator and value will store some value. We will see this, what value it will store. So we have two different variables, I and value. After this, we have this line of code, that is value equal to stack ARR 0. We want that the topmost element must be stored in the value variable so that later we can return the topmost element of the stack. Stack ARR 0 holds the topmost element of the stack, isn't that so? That is why this line of code is required, because we want to store this topmost element somewhere for the purpose of returning it later. Okay? Let us assume this is the initial state of stack ARR. Currently there are 3 elements in this stack. Stack ARR 0 is 3. So we will simply store this value in this value variable. Fine. After this we have this for loop, and you can see I is initialized to 0. So let me just store this value 0 over here. And then I'm checking this condition is I less than first. We know that first is a global variable, right? And first variable is currently holding this value 2, which is the index of the first inserted element. Currently the first element is 1 and the index of this element is 2. Therefore, this will get replaced by 2. Actually, we are checking this condition is I less than 2. We know that 0 is less than 2, so we will get inside this for loop. Here we have stack ARR I equals to stack ARR I plus 1. Here first we have to shift this element towards left. This means stack ARR I must be replaced by stack ARR I plus 1, or in other words, stack ARR 0 must be replaced by stack ARR 1. This is the first step, right? You can see I is 0, therefore this will get replaced by 0 and this will get replaced by 1. We are following a very simple procedure. Here we want to shift this element towards left. For this purpose, we have to put I here and I plus 1 here. After this step, of course, this value will get replaced by 2. Then after this, I must be incremented, which means that 0 becomes 1. Then we will check this condition is 1 less than first. We know first is 2. 1 is less than 2. Therefore, we'll get inside this for loop. And then after this, obviously this I will get replaced by 1 and I plus 1 will get replaced by 2. Which means the next step is to simply shift this element towards left. So here of course, stack ARR 1 will get replaced by stack ARR 2, right? What is stack ARR 1? It is 2. And what is stack ARR 2? It is 1. So this will get replaced by 1. After this, we will increment the value of I by 1. So this will get replaced by 2. Then again, we will check this condition is I less than first. 2 is not less than 2. Of course, we have done with this procedure, right? Here, this condition must not be satisfied. And you can see this that 2 is not less than 2. So we will get outside of this for loop. And then after this, it is important that we must decrement the value of first by 1. Finally, we can return the topmost element. I hope this idea is completely clear to you. We have performed all the steps. We have shifted the elements towards left and we have also decremented the value of first by 1. We have done all the procedures, isn't that so? Now, I will show the complete code in code blocks. Here is the complete code. You can see we have this push function, we have this pop function, and we also have this print function, right? After this, we have this main function. Obviously, everything starts from the main function. Here I have declared a data variable for the purpose of storing the value returned by the pop function. You can see this line of code over here. Data equals to pop, right? After calling the pop function will return the topmost element. You can see this over here. This is the definition of pop function. We are already aware about this. You can see I'm calling push function thrice. And after calling these push functions, stack will store these values 30, 90 and 40. 40 will be the topmost element, 90 will be the second topmost element, and 30 will be the first element, right? And then after these 3 steps, I'm calling the pop function for the purpose of deleting the topmost element. So the new state of the stack must be 90 and 30. This will be the topmost element and this will be the first element, right? And then we will simply call this print function for printing all the elements on the screen. Here you can see the output of this code 90 and 30. Obviously 90 is the topmost element. That is why this is the first element printed on the screen, right? I hope this code is clear to you. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this presentation.